Hello everyone, welcome to Stories, Treasures, and Tea. So glad to have you here on this beautiful summery day. I hope it's nice where you are and I hope you are truly enjoying this summer. Today on Stories, Treasures, and Tea, I'm going to begin with my tea. I have today a hibiscus tea, which actually is not officially tea. It's a herbal or tisane because it's not made from the tea plant or tree, which is Camellia sinensis, which is black tea, green tea, white tea, and other teas. But because this is hibiscus and it's made from a flower, it's a tisane. Let me try it. Oh, very good. I like to have a little bit sweet in this because I leave it for quite a while and then it does get like a bit strong. So a bit of sweetness in that is good, but you wouldn't put milk in that, for example. You could put lemon. Anyway, it is quite a nice tea, and it's also, hibiscus is high in antioxidants and vitamin A and C. So it's a nice tea to have for summer too. Oh, and this cup, this pretty little delicate cup, is made by Wedgwood. I'm going to tell you in our tea segment here a little information I found out this week, that Mr. Wedgwood and another china maker, Mr. Spode, at one point they did work together or side by side, and they came up with a formula that was perfected for fine bone china. And as you may or may not know, bone china is actually made with bone. It's actually bone powder. And in those days when Mr. Spode and Mr. Wedgwood were working together, it was the bone of ox. So that was an interesting fact, and they came up and perfected it because originally the porcelain china was too fragile. When you pour the hot tea, it would break or crackle. So they did come up with this method that made it more durable, and it lasted for a long time. So that was the interesting thing about Mr. Spode and Mr. Wedgwood. So the other thing I want to talk about later in the video, I'm going to give you an update on my father's soldier booklet that was found in Holland, and the people that found it searched our family out and found us. So I'm going to give you a little update on that a little later in the video. And the other story I want to tell you about is a few stories. This week, we painted the bedroom. I have been wondering what color can I do the bedroom. It was the original beige paint that I had in there. And it was like it was like a brownish beige. And I wanted to do something new and fresh. So I was watching a content creator, and it's called The House of Valentina. She's great. I love her. She loves like a real modern look, and I'm not quite that modern yet, but she was saying that she's also a designer, that grays are going out. I did my bathroom dark gray not that long ago, but I wouldn't doubt that grays are going out because I think they've been pretty popular for a while. So she suggested white. And I thought, white for the bedroom. I never would have thought that. But there are a lot of different shades of white I've discovered. And the one she suggested it's called Greek Villa. And so I decided to just go with that, just to freshen it up. And in my bedroom, I have a night table, and it's red. I've had it for a long time, so I kind of based everything on this red night table. And that's what I did. Also, I was looking through a lot of different things because I was trying to clear clutter out of my bedroom as we were painting. And I have a couple of different jewelry boxes. One of the jewelry chest I actually painted with that fusion mineral paint, which I'll link for you. I love that paint. It's easy. It's good for, beginners who aren't really skilled in that sort of thing. And I also did this little table here, which I'll try to show you in a video. When I was emptying out the jewelry boxes, I came across this item, and I gave my daughter some of my vintage earrings from the 70s. And I also came across this little item. I hope you can see it. I'll give you a close-up of it later. But it is actually a heart-shaped piece of coral. And I found this on my honeymoon in Hawaii. And there would have been times where I would find that emotional and I would tear up. So as it turned out, I just saw it, I realized where it was from, and I went on with my business. So I'm going to read a little reading at the end that really resonates with that feeling of, I didn't cry when I saw sentimental things that were sentimental to me before. So the next thing I want to talk about is my father's soldier book. So as you know, this soldier book was found in the Netherlands. And as it turned out, we just heard bits and pieces, but now we know that it was found in an attic when a younger man was cleaning out this attic. But the owner before him, or an owner sometime before him, was a doctor. And apparently this doctor treated soldiers during the war. And I know a lot of times they got vaccinated and just different things. He was a family doctor. And so this doctor apparently kept a number of items from the war. So this item of my father's was found in this attic. And we've been in touch with the gentleman that found it, and we actually had a full-page spread in our local newspaper. So it's very nice to have that. I'm just going to read you this quote that I read this week, and it sort of coincides with me finding that item that I found on the beach in Hawaii. And this is what it says. It says, "Then one day it clicks. The pain you had turns into peace as you accept that everything had to happen exactly as it did for you to be exactly where you are now. You hold no blame, bitterness, or resentment toward the experience, person, or yourself. Instead, you see it as the catalyst that led to your change and development. The very storm that shook you so much also worked to clear your path." And that's by a young author. Her name is Morgan Richard Olivieri. Lovely quote. So let's go by that. I hope you have a great week. Please come back next week and subscribe if you haven't. And until then, bye-bye.